Hello. In this video, I'll be analyzing the fifth season using three critical lenses: feminist, Marxist, and postcolonial lens. Let's start with the feminist lens. How does the feminist lens help us understand the gender roles and power dynamics in the fifth season? In the fifth season, the feminist lens gives us a deeper understanding of gender roles and power dynamics. Gender plays a significant role in shaping the characters' experiences in the book, as it challenges traditional ideas about gender by showing a society where women have the same rights as men and special abilities called orogeny. Jemison explores the idea of women having equal or even greater power than men and questions traditional gender roles. By using the feminist perspective, we can carefully study how the book portrays gender and look at the power dynamics between male and female characters. How are female characters portrayed in the book, and how do they challenge or follow gender norms? The female characters in the fifth season are people who defy what's expected based on their gender. They have important roles in the story, as they are the protagonists, and challenge societal norms. For example, Essen, the main character, is a powerful origin who refuses to be submissive to the society around her. She becomes a symbol of resistance against unfair systems. Damaya, a young girl with orogenic powers, challenges the idea that girls should be weak and and passive. Sienite, a Fulcrum origin, rebels against the male-dominated system and teams up with Alabaster, the most powerful origin in the Stillness. Alabaster, as a main character who is considered to be the strongest, challenges gender norms by displaying vulnerability through crying, mental breakdowns, etc. These traits are usually associated with being feminine. The female characters break gender norms by taking charge of their own lives and shaping their own futures. Now, let's talk about the Marxist lens. How is social class portrayed in the fifth season, and how does it affect social hierarchies? In the book, society is divided into different social classes or use cases, with origins being at the bottom of the hierarchy. This is due to the fear society has concerning the fact that they are able to control the earth. The book states that, quote, friends do not exist. The fulcrum is not a school. Grits are not children. Origins are not people. Weapons have no need of friends, end quote. This quote highlights the marginalization and exploitation of the origins, and it clearly states their only role in society, being a tool. Origins are mainly exploited by a superior class called the Guardians. They control the Origins' lives and powers for their own benefit. Are there any examples of exploitation portrayed in the book, and how do they reflect Marxist principles? A prime example of exploitation in the book is the organization run by the Guardians called the Fulcrum. The Fulcrum takes young Origins from their families and takes them to the institution, where they are then brainwashed, exploited, and trained. This reflects Marxist views regarding class struggle, as orgies are used as a tool for a higher class of people. The last lens I'll be talking about is the postcolonial lens. How does the postcolonial lens give us insight into power dynamics and resistance in the fifth season? The postcolonial lens allows us to analyze the power dynamics between the Origins and the Guardians, as well as resistance against cultural imperialism. The Origins' powers are seen as dangerous, but as I mentioned earlier, are still used for the Guardians to exploit. This can be seen as a metaphor for real life historical events, such as how Black and Indigenous people had their culture suppressed and were enslaved in North America in order to work in their white masters' fields. What examples of resistance can be identified within the book? The novel also explores resistance against cultural imperialism through the characters' struggles. An example of this is Alabaster. Throughout the narrative, Alabaster actively resists the cultural imperialism imposed by the Fulcrum. He refuses to conform to the Fulcrum's expectations and challenges their authority. Alabaster's ultimate act of resistance was when he caused the start of a season. Through his actions, Alabaster brought about a major transformation and challenged the cultural imperialism perpetuated by the Fulcrum. Now, putting this all together, how do the intersections of these critical lenses contribute to the complex analysis of the fifth season? These lenses offer different insights into the complex social themes that is present in the novel. The feminist lens gives us an insight on gender roles and power dynamics, while the Marxist lens allows us to analyze class struggle and socioeconomic inequality. Lastly, the postcolonial lens gives us insight into power dynamics, cultural imperialism, and resistance. And that is it. Thank you for listening to my analysis of the fifth season through the feminist, postcolonial, and Marxist lens.